One of the most common questions I get asked is, Jerry, is this a deal? Followed by details about their particular deal. Now, learning to crunch the numbers and determine your buy price is absolutely critical to your success as a house flipper. So in today's video, we're gonna do deal or no deal, and I'm gonna take an actual lead and show you exactly how I would determine if it's a good deal, and more importantly, what price would make it a good deal. Coming up. Hi, it's Jerry Norton, the nation's leading expert on flipping houses, and to make more money in less time flipping houses so that you can live your dream life, subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get notified when new videos are released. All right, now welcome to Deal or No Deal here on the Real Estate Freedom TV channel, and today's deal is in Phoenix, Arizona, which happens to be my backyard, so this is an easier one for me. Now, before we get started, let's quickly review the steps to calculate the buy price when flipping houses. Okay, step number one is to determine the buy formula that fix and flippers are currently using in your market. Now, the default formula is 70% less repairs. If the house flipping buy formula is not clear to you, I'm gonna put a link in the description box below this video that explains it in details. You can watch that later. But remember, 70% less repairs is not always the formula that fix and flippers are using. For example, here in Phoenix, it's very competitive, and as of this video recording, fix and flippers pay 82% less repairs, which I'll go over in a minute. Step number two, if you haven't yet, is download my free Instant Deal Analyzer tool. Now, this tool actually runs all of the numbers for you instantly. If you don't have it, pause this video and go to instantdealanalyzer.com and download it right now. Now, you're gonna get a login email to you. Once downloaded, open it up and enter in the address for the deal you're analyzing. It's gonna ask you a few questions such as what level of rehab is needed, light, average, or heavy. So if you're unsure, for now, just put average. We'll come back to that. If you're wholesaling, enter the desired wholesale fee, then click Calculate. What it's gonna do is it's gonna run all of the numbers for you and give you a buy price. Now, at this point, there are two numbers that you may wanna verify or validate, ARV and repairs. So step three is to verify the after repair value. Now, my deal analyzer gives the average ARV for the zip code, which is a good ballpark ARV, but you may wanna get more specific and look at recent similar sold homes in the surrounding neighborhood to validate a more accurate ARV, and we can do that right on the computer on public sites such as Redfin or Zillow. Now, I'm gonna show you how we do that in just a minute. And step four is to update the repairs. Now, the software, again, using my proven algorithms based on size of the home and light, average, or heavy, will determine the rehab number, but you may want to do a more detailed repair breakdown and update the repair cost. Step five then is to make an offer. Once the numbers are updated, you now have your desired buy price and you can decide if it's a deal, or better yet, what price to offer to make it a deal. Now, don't stop here. Always, always, always make the offer. Now, let's put this into practice and do a real deal example so that you can see this in action. Okay, so let's jump in right now. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add this deal to the Instant Deal Analyzer. We're gonna choose fix and flip. Then we're gonna put, for now, we're gonna put average on the rehab. And then we're gonna put wholesale, yes, and we'll put a $15,000 wholesale fee. And then we'll click calculate. And you can see here what it does is it pulls up my calculations, all my numbers here. And you can see here's the square footage of the house. Here's what the average ARV is in that area, $215 a foot. That's price per square foot, which means it's gonna calculate, multiply those two, and it's gonna give me an ARV of $356,470. My algorithm for an average repair is $35,000. Okay, so now you can see here my estimated closing cost, my carrying cost, and my desired profit. Now, this equals 82% of ARV, which is the formula that fix and flippers use in my market here in Phoenix, which means they're only gonna make about a $21,388 profit doing this fix and flip. Seems crazy to me, but that's what they pay. So if we're wholesaling, we wanna wholesale it to fix and flippers according to the formula that they're paying, right? And then down here is our $15,000 wholesale fee, which means my buy price for this to be a deal that I can wholesale for $15,000 to a fix and flipper in Phoenix that's following the 82% formula is $242,305. Now, there are two variables here that I wanna validate if I wanna do a deeper dive. That would be my ARV here number, this 356 number, and my repair number. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna jump in and we're gonna look at ARV. Now, the fastest way to do this is to jump on over to Redfin. I looked this property up. So if I go down to the very bottom here, you can see here it breaks up that location, that area, into these different neighborhoods here. So this house is actually in Central City, is the neighborhood that it's in. And it's saying that the average price per square foot in that neighborhood is $194 a foot. Now remember, we have right now, let me go back, we have right now ballpark 215. So we might be a little bit high because the average in that particular neighborhood is 194. But the average in the zip code is 215. So the neighborhood is a more condensed area than the zip code, but let's actually narrow down even further into just a couple streets around our neighborhood. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go, if I scroll back up here, usually it shows me a map. And right here I can click map nearby homes for sale. What it's gonna do is it's gonna show me here a map of properties. And we are actually right here on 9th and Fillmore. So we're one street up. This is where we're at right here on the map. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my filters. So I'm gonna click more filters. I'm gonna click houses. I'm gonna switch this to sold. I'm gonna change this to 12 months or the last year. Now we're about 1,600 square feet. So I'm gonna put a filter of nothing smaller than 1,000. That gets rid of some of them. And I'm gonna put a minimum of 3 bedrooms since we're a 4-bedroom. That way I get rid of any 2 bedrooms. Now right now it's got it down to 8 homes. So I'm gonna click apply. And what it's doing here is it's showing me 8 homes that are now in my neighborhood. So what I wanna do is I wanna pick out of these 8 comps my best ones, my retail comps. So let's look at this one, for example, on Hooper's that sold for $235 a foot. All right, now you can see this is a renovated home. So this would be a comp. Now let's look at a really low one like this one here. It sold for $190. Okay, so you can see here that this is not a nicely renovated home. This is a wholesale home. Look at this thing, it's boarded up. I mean, it's in terrible condition. So this is not a comp, this is a wholesale property. So we would exclude that one from our list of comps. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and we're just gonna pick out the top ones here, 235, 242, 273, 207. I wanna get rid of anything that's not a retail comp. Ideally, fix and flip comps are the best because that's what's gonna happen to our property once an investor buys it and fixes it up. So we wanna compare it to other fix and flip houses, right? So we've got 4 there. Ideally, I like to find 4 or 5. So the average of these 4 comps, this one at 235 a foot, this one at 242 a foot, this one at 273 a foot, and this one at 207 a foot, comes to 239. So that's a lot higher than what we estimated here. We have 215. So if I go in here and I change this to 239 a foot, that puts me closer to 396. Now let's look at repairs. Okay, now so if I take a look at the pictures of the subject property that we're analyzing, you can see here that it's dated. Everything's kind of a little older, older kitchen. Linoleum probably on the floors. This is something that if we wanted to go in and make it look like those other comps, we'd put in a new kitchen, new flooring, right? We'd update these bathrooms. This is all kind of dated. Then we would flip this for full retail as a full remodel. So this would fall under average because average under my algorithm is carpet, paint, kitchen, bath. And that number is 35,000. So I'm gonna leave my number for 35,000 on the repair number, but my new adjusted buy price is 274,935. So let's back into the numbers. If I pick this deal up for 275, let's call it, then I could wholesale it for $15,000 more to a fix and flipper who will put $35,000 into it. And after all of their costs and a profit of almost $24,000, they will sell it for $396,000 and make a $24,000 profit. And we've got a deal. So now my last step would be to make an offer for probably under 275. I would probably go, 265, somewhere around there, have some room to come up. But my maximum allowable offer on this deal is $275,000. Now, if you're looking to really crush it flipping houses, then be sure to check out my all-inclusive deal management system called FLIPSTER. If you've never heard of FLIPSTER, not only does it organize, streamline, and automate all of the steps to flipping houses, but it actually finds and funds deals for you. It's really awesome. So whether you're looking to do your first deal or you're already doing deals every month, FLIPSTER can take you to the next level. If you're into flipping houses, you owe it yourself to check it out. Just go to getflipster.com or click the link in the description. Now, if you learned something on today's video, show some love, hit that like button, and leave a comment with a deal that you'd like to have reviewed. Maybe I'll use it on the next episode of Deal or No Deal. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm dedicated to helping you make more money in less time flipping houses so you can live your dream life. And remember, it's not about the money, it's about having the time and freedom to have, be, do, and give everything you want in life. That's what it's all about, and I'll see you on the next video.